most of my life, I thought self-love was something people said when they didn't want to admit they were lonely. You know, those treat yourself posts, those affirmations that felt more like cliches than truth. I thought self-love was sucked, maybe even selfish, until the day my body and mind completely broke down. My name's Ava, and I learned the hard way that you can't pour from an empty cup, and you can't build a happy life if the foundation is self-neglect. I was 29, working 60-hour weeks, constantly saying yes to everyone but me. I was the reliable one, the fixer, the friend who never said no. And yeah, people loved me for it. But behind that image, I was exhausted, drained, running on fumes. One morning, I woke up and couldn't stop crying. No trigger, no reason, just emptiness. I looked in the mirror and didn't even recognize the person staring back. My first thought was, I'm so tired of being everything for everyone else. That's lesson none one. When you neglect yourself long enough, even love starts to feel like a burden. That morning, I called in sick, not to rest, but because I couldn't fake being okay anymore. I sat on my couch all day, just breathing, trying to figure out where I lost myself. And then it hit me. I'd been waiting for other people to give me what I refused to give myself: love, respect, care. That's lesson number 2. Self-love isn't selfish. It's self-respect. You can't expect people to value you when you keep treating yourself like an afterthought. So, I decided to change. Not overnight, but intentionally. I started by doing one thing every day that was just for me. Some days it was taking a walk with no phone. Other days it was saying no to plans without feeling guilty. And you know what? At first, it felt wrong. I'd been trained to believe that love meant sacrifice, that putting myself last made me a good person. But as I slowly gave myself permission to rest, to heal, to choose me, something magical happened. I started feeling peace, not the loud, happy kind, the quiet, steady kind that whispers, "You're enough, just as you are." That's lesson number 3. Self-love isn't about being narcissistic. It's about being whole. Because when you love yourself, you stop chasing validation. You stop begging for scraps of approval. You stop confusing attention with affection. You realize that love, real love, starts within. I remember one night, my best friend said, "Ava, you seem lighter, happier. What changed?" And I smiled and said, I finally stopped abandoning myself. That's lesson number 4. Self-love is choosing yourself even when others don't. When you finally make peace with who you are, flaws, scars, insecurities, and all, you stop living for applause and start living in alignment. And here's the beautiful twist. When you love yourself, you actually love others better. You give without resentment. You help without losing yourself. You forgive without losing boundaries. Because you're no longer loving from emptiness. You're loving from overflow. That's what true happiness is built on. Not external success, not perfect relationships, but the quiet confidence that says, I'm worthy right now as I am. So if you're listening to this, exhausted, feeling unseen or unloved, here's your reminder. You don't have to earn your worth. You were born with it. Take care of your heart the way you take care of everyone else's. Speak kindly to yourself. Feed your soul the same compassion you give away so freely. Because the truth is, the relationship you have with yourself sets the tone for every other relationship in your life. Here's what helped me rebuild that foundation. Say no without apology. Boundaries are a form of self-love. Celebrate small wins. Every bit of progress deserves recognition. Talk to yourself like you would to your best friend. Compassion changes everything. Do things that nourish, not just numb. There's a difference between escape and healing. There's a quote that changed my perspective forever. You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. Buddha, you're not selfish for taking care of yourself. You're smart for realizing you can't give what you don't have. Because when you fill your own cup, your light shines brighter, and everyone around you feels it. So love yourself enough to rest. Love yourself enough to walk away. Love yourself enough to grow. Because self-love isn't vanity. It's vitality. It's how you keep your spirit alive in a world that constantly tries to drain it. If this message spoke to you, hit that like button, drop a comment about one way you're choosing yourself today, and subscribe for more stories that remind you of your worth. Because here's the truth, self-love isn't selfish, it's survival. And it's the foundation of every happiness that lasts.